Am I the only one that didn't know aggressive passing could be this risky? Seriously, you always hear about quarterbacks needing to take chances. But tonight, Geno Smith showed us the razor-thin line between gutsy and, well, disastrous. It's one thing to play with confidence, but when you're threading the needle on every other throw, sometimes the needle bites back. Geno Smith just turned 3 bold throws into 3 INTs in a single game. That's not just a stat line, it's a full-blown roller coaster for fans, coaches, and probably Geno himself. Each interception felt like a gut punch, especially when the stakes were high and the Raiders desperately needed a steady hand under center. Let's break down where the wheels came off. Because honestly, it wasn't just bad luck. It was a combination of pressure, decision-making, and maybe a little bit of overconfidence. When you watch the tape, you can see the story unfold in slow motion, the pocket collapsing, Geno's eyes darting downfield, and defenders licking their chops. So the Raiders are in a tight matchup. Geno Smith's got the ball, the crowd's fired up, and the mission is simple. Attack, attack, attack. The energy in the stadium is electric, and you can feel the tension with every snap. The fans are on their feet, hoping for a miracle, and Geno's got the weight of the franchise on his shoulders. And boy, did Geno attack. Maybe a little too much. Sometimes when you're trying to make a statement, you end up forcing the issue. Geno was determined to make something happen, but sometimes patience is the real playmaker. First interception, Geno tries to squeeze the ball between 2 defenders, like threading a needle with a football. It's a high-risk, high-reward move, but in this case, the risk won out. The defenders were ready, reading his eyes and closing the gap in a split second. Spoiler, it didn't work. Picked off. The defense pounced, and just like that, the momentum swung. You could almost hear the collective groan from the Raiders' sideline as the ball changed hands. Second int, same script, different villain. This time, Geno's trying to make a quick read, but the defense is 1 step ahead. It's like they've studied his every move, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Geno stares down his receiver and, boom, the defender jumps the route like he knew the playbook. That's 2. At this point, you start to wonder if Geno's telegraphing his throws or if the defense is just that dialed in. Either way, it's a nightmare scenario for any quarterback. By the 3rd pick, even the opposing safety was probably grinning. You know it's a rough night when the other team's defense is having more fun than your offense. The confidence on the other side of the ball just kept growing with every turnover. Geno goes deep, but the only person catching it is the guy in the wrong jersey. Yikes. It's the kind of play that makes you want to look away, but you can't help but watch the train wreck unfold. The deep ball is supposed to be a game changer, but tonight it was just another gift for the defense. Now I get it, aggression is part of what makes Geno exciting to watch. He's not afraid to take shots downfield, and when it works, it's electric. Fans love a quarterback who plays with swagger and isn't afraid to go for the big play. Sometimes those risks pay off, and we're all cheering. The stadium erupts, the highlight reels light up, and Geno looks like a hero. That's the double-edged sword of aggressive football. When it works, it's magic. But let's not forget, Geno's had his share of highlight moments. There have been games where his boldness turned the tide, where he threaded impossible passes and left defenses stunned. That's why nights like this sting even more, because we know what he's capable of when he's on. But tonight, the only thing piling up was turnovers. The scoreboard told the story: missed opportunities, drives cut short, and a growing sense of frustration on the Raiders' sideline. Every interception felt heavier than the last. Fans had thoughts, of course. Some were face-palming, some were laughing, and, the memes started flying before the game even ended. Social media was a frenzy, with hot takes, jokes, and plenty of armchair quarterbacking. It's all part of the spectacle, but you can bet Geno was feeling the heat. Raiders Nation in 2025, emotional roller coaster edition. 1 minute you're celebrating a gutsy play, the next you're groaning at another turnover. That's life as a football fan, especially when your QB is as unpredictable as Geno Smith. The coaching staff was working overtime trying to keep Geno's confidence up while also dialing back the risk. It's a tough balance. Do you let your quarterback keep slinging it, or do you rein him in and play it safe? That's the million-dollar question every coach faces. But hey, let's be fair. Geno's had some epic moments too. He's pulled off comebacks, made jaw-dropping throws, and given fans plenty to cheer about. Tonight just wasn't his night, but that doesn't erase the good times. Aggression isn't bad, just needs a little finesse. The best quarterbacks know when to take risks and when to play it safe. It's a learning curve, and every tough game is a chance to get better. So, what do you think? Aggressive genius or turnover machine? Is Geno the kind of QB who can lead the Raiders to glory, or is he destined to keep us all on the edge of our seats for the wrong reasons? The debate is real, and everyone's got an opinion. Drop your take in the comments, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more football breakdowns. Whether you're Team Geno or ready for a change, let's hear your thoughts. This season's just getting started and you know there's plenty more drama to come.